Well, well, color me impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
Okay, so Nilfgaardian reveals with infiltrate your enemy's ranks with double agents and strike from the shadows. I was thinking about the cards that go to your opponent's side of the board and then at the end of the round jump back, but we've seen a variety of cards starting with legendary Artot Terra Nova. That is a mage, so mage archetype in Nilfgaard, it's gonna happen. So the card has assimilate, is 4 for 14. Of course, like since it spawns on deploy, it's not lined in as a 4, it's a 5 at least. So you spawn and play a copy of any non-disloyal unit you gave spine to during this game, excluding self. So it's not allowing you to endlessly chain Artots on deploy, because if you'd have your opponent play one, if you'd put a spine on it, you could have just dropped one after another. Card looks pretty, like, it is expensive legendary for 12 provisions, but it is giving you access to any card that you put spine for on. At the moment we have Fergus, Mage Torturer, I think is the name, bronze, that is doing that. We have one of Knights giving spine to nearby units on dead blow. But now we get a new way of doing so with a new set of cards. So Archot is pretty powerful on the paper. Plus, it remembers throughout 3 rounds, so you can put spine on something on round 1, and then when you play the card, it shows you everything you put spine on, every non-disloyal unit. So it's a nice Swiss Army knife of sorts. You probably cannot run the entire deck just for Artot pool in round 3. But nevertheless, anytime your opponent plays something powerful and you want to play, say, Assimilate Engine in Mage Torturer, you can profit and play them for carryover. And yeah, if there is a card that can be exploited, Artot potentially has something. Like, yeah, you cannot spawn Artot on Artot. But people gotta figure it out how to exploit the card, at least so that it plays for more than 12 provisions. But yeah, assimilate tag doesn't hurt. Plays as a 5 on deploy because you proc it once immediately. Can you play it in Masquerade Ball? He's expensive, he's not an aristocrat, so maybe not. The problem with current Assimilate, full-on Assimilate, is that you are not allowed to be playing Mage Assassins, Portal, because otherwise. You're not allowed to play Portal to develop engines because of Mage Assassins being too good. But yeah, moving on, Furcat is another human mage, so Nilfgaard mages got a buff here with 4 cards. On deploy, it plays a special card from your hand, then you draw a card. Whenever you play a special, give spine to random non-spine enemy units. So you need to draw your card into your hand. But like this card, you drop Furcat, it forces you to play a special, you play Invo, you invocate, and then you draw what you invocated, so you get 3 extra points, plus like the ability to replay that card next turn. Sounds pretty powerful. There is, of course, like Coup that is being played. What other specials Nilfgaard is playing? Dead Man's Tongue as well. So those are the 3 main targets, but maybe Furcat being like additional 3 points will force people to play Amnesty or something else as a backup. And yeah, that's another, like, give spine for every special card, extending your Artot Terra Nova pool. Also about Artot, is showing you all the cards, so it's not a create that you pick from 3 cards. You'll see entire pool that you gave spine to. I wouldn't expect that it will be like 15 cards, because your spy giving is limited, but nevertheless, like, it makes him better than Artorius or Oberon for sure. Also Oberon buff when pawns will never know of the unseen hands maneuvering them towards certain doom. Furcat being a participant in Tanet's Coup. Can NR reset order of Master of Puppets? What do you mean reset order? They can speed up the cooldown for sure. Is he counterable with Purify, Banish, despite boys or anything? What do you mean counterable? Also, why would you banish Spy boys? Artot want to show you the spies, so why? I don't really get the question. Anything you gave spine to, Artot will have it in the pool. So say he gave spine to a unit and you purify it. Nah, it's still in the pool. It adds immediately. I see what you meant though. It should add to the pool. Purify, like, shouldn't... it says any unit you gave spine to, so it was spine. It doesn't have to keep spine till the end of the round. But yeah, Furcat is like another tutor, but not the tutor per se. It plays from your hand, but you get another card. So there is also like Furcat into Coup on opponent's Furcat, and you have like more specials. You can print assimilate out from it somehow, for sure. We'll see. I don't mind the card. The question is what type of deck plays them. As I mentioned, them being non-aristocrats, and those two non being agents. Like, there should be a full city deck brewing somewhere with agents, but yeah, sadly those two are not agents. They just act unhired on their own decisions. Own when, so I missed explanation. Yeah, it's no... Like, the card says any unit you gave spine to, it doesn't have to like stay spine and whatever. So as soon as it gets spine, it goes to the pool. I see no reason for like Purify, Banish to work. I think it was also covered with the developers that even Amnesty, like stealing and giving spine, potentially adds a card into the pool. So the next card, Master of Puppets. A rare 5 provision bronze, full power. It has an order of season enemy bronze units, so you just play it, wait a turn, and then you click and just seize opponent's unit, and then it moves self on the opposite row. Of course the question exists, like, if opponent's row is full, what happens, but I would assume the seize ability still works, so you can like steal stuff and not give them Master of Puppet. But yeah, the card is tricky because it goes back and then not back, instead of this bronze unit you seized, and then there is a cooldown too, so your opponent can do the same for you. So you either have to have control for Master of Puppets, so that you give it to opponent, and then next turn you just stop it, lock in, kill in. Or you need to play this card late into the round so that the cooldown is not updating for opponent. The card art for Nilfgaard is amazing, by the way. For those three. This is a bit too much, but I guess projects see what brings them money and what gives them extra views. So there we have the net turncoat. The Master of Puppets, and I expect something great happening in Furcard's premium version. Look nice. And this is, I suppose, direct scene from the book. I might be mistaken though, maybe. But yeah, if you look closer, there is a Philippa flying in. And somebody pointed out that he might have got beaten up a bit by Kira Metz already, referring to his teeth there. And then the last card, the command 4/4 Tannet Turncoat. That is another agent besides being mage. It gives enemy units spine immediately, but besides that, it's also having an order conspiracy, so it damages only spine units, but it damages them by 1 every 2 turns. Also, whenever an enemy unit gains spine, reduce cooldown by 1. So it's not just like, if it was the beginning of Homecoming, that's all we'd gotten on the card. Deploy, give enemy units spine. Now we have more advanced bronzes. Hell had no fury, like a sorcerer's scorned. So yeah, additional ability of being an engine is nice to have on a bronze, on the cheap bronze as well. Like, you'd be happy Gwent having more of like influential bronzes. Not sure what to make it out of this card. Do you play 2 copies of it? Like, it's a direct support for art out. It's an engine for 4 provisions on a cooldown, so you don't need to like have units locked or anything. But yeah, it only damages spine units, but you like have the direct ability of putting spine on something, so you can start damaging this. So how do you like those cards, guys? Any decks that you are ready to put them on in, or like existing decks, or do we need to create a new archetype, so to say? We do have spies, but they are a bit subpar at the moment. Nobody plays Emir spies with enforcers. Any hot takes? Like, all those cards are not fitting into current Masquerade Ball decks. On the other hand, nobody's playing Masquerade Ball. And at least it's not a Clogger support, so I'm happy with this.